Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Campbell with Graduate Communications and Intercultural Programs, and in this video module, you will learn about the guidelines for the final writing assignment for spring 2020. Here are some details about the assignment. Your task is to read the article and then write a 2-paragraph summary and response of the article. To be clear, that's 2 paragraphs total, 1 paragraph for the summary and 1 paragraph for the response. You should make a plan. We recommend that you read the article carefully and take notes. You should then make an outline of the summary and your possible response. Then you need to write. After you're done writing, you should edit for grammar, clarity, concision, and attention to the task. And by attention to the task, I mean, is your summary really a summary? And is your response really a response? Here's some information about the summary. The summary ideally should be fewer than 200 words. Assume the reader has not read the article. Synthesize the full article, so make sure that you have all of the main ideas and all the supporting ideas. Make sure that you use your own words. Use academic language. Do not plagiarize, please. Do not include your opinion in the summary. In the response, there's a lot of different things you could do. A response means that something's an analysis, a critique, an evaluation, or an opinion. So here's some options that you have for your response. For example, it should be ideally fewer than 300 words. You should choose one of these. You could offer a critical evaluation of the methodology, results, and/or conclusions. You could agree or disagree with opinions expressed in the article. You could discuss how the article made you rethink your ideas about this topic. You could connect information or conclusions in the article to knowledge you have about this subject, especially if it's a subject that you've done research in or perhaps have a personal connection to. You could analyze what information the article has left out. Your evaluation will be based on how effectively you communicate your ideas, grammatical accuracy, sentence variety, correct word forms, logical organization, use of your own words, and academic language. Now, we want to make sure that you know how to recognize and avoid plagiarism, particularly for this assessment because you'll be using a source and information that's not your own, and then responding to that information. So, plagiarism is when you quote or paraphrase someone else's words, ideas, or thoughts without acknowledging the source or author. And when your words and organization are nearly the same as the original source. Plagiarism is bad and you should avoid it at all costs. Here's some tips to avoid plagiarism while summarizing. Make sure that you cite the source and the author. This should be your very first sentence of your summary. Here's an example. In the article, Cutting Edge Desalination by Marcy Pacino, she outlines current problems with desalination devices. Make sure that you use your own words, structure, and word order. Any original source material must be directly quoted. So if you're using the same exact words, you need to make sure it's clear who said them or where they came from, and put quotation marks around the information that you're taking directly from the original source. Here's an example. Pacino reveals that most desalination devices, quote, are not accessible to the world's most vulnerable populations, end quote. I know that the information between the two quotes comes from Pacino. Here's some other tips to avoid plagiarism while summarizing. Do not simply substitute synonyms. Summarizing shows that you have read and synthesized the original ideas in the source. A summary is much shorter than the original text, and taking notes while reading the original text will help you to avoid unintentional plagiarism. Make sure that if you have any questions, you get into touch with your instructor and ask them before you begin the final assignment.